Welcome back to the garage, guys. I'm Damien. This is the Binder Builder, and you've caught me in the middle of my garage build. So we just moved into a new house. It came with a 1,200 square foot detached garage. However, it had zero insulation. So on the last video, I went ahead and used the Stanley spray foam kit, and I love it. But on this video, we're going to seal up the windows and doors, and we're going to use a completely different spray foam kit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, Dom, why are you going to use a spray foam kit that's different than the Stanley if the Stanley works so well? Well, simply because the Stanley kit does really well on very large surfaces. It kind of fans out and sprays. What I need to do for my windows and doors is this. Check this out. This is the small gaps that are around all of my windows. And so if I wanted to fill those properly, a spray foam gun shooting out a fan of spray foam, probably not the best idea. So what I got is great stuff. You might have seen this at Home Depot or Lowe's, but when I was at Home Depot getting stuff for this garage build, I saw a couple of cans and I bought them, and just to see what would happen, and I'll show you. When I first got this Right Stuff spray foam, it was just the little cans, only like $5 to $8, depending on where you buy them. And so I picked up a couple of each. I kept the small crack filler as well as the window and door filler. The window and door is this stuff, this blue can, and it comes out a little on the yellow side. So as you can see, this is the normal spray foam color, but you see the super yellow stuff? That's the window and door stuff. So I want to definitely get rid of the breeze and things coming through the windows. But the bigger thing that I want to get rid of, bugs. Bugs would crawl through here, no problem. And now, it was funny because now with this spray foam in here, they can't get in. I actually literally when I was setting up, I watched a wasp out here basically flying around trying to make its way inside the garage and not be able to. It's almost like he knew that this was used to be a big thoroughfare and they could just come right in. And the funny thing is, he actually flew around from window to window looking for an entrance until he got to this window, which doesn't have any foam. And guess what he did? He came on in, made himself at home. Luckily, I had the garage door open and he flew himself out, but it made it really clear, I need to seal up these windows quick. If not for the insulation value, definitely for the bugs. And I don't want to come in here one day and find a wasp nest. That would absolutely suck and may hinder working on the bug, which is not acceptable. So on today's video, I'm going to use some of that spray foam and show you how it works on windows and doors. As you probably noticed, I've been working on a lot of parts of the garage. So I've been making quite a mess. So in order to seal up these windows, the first step obviously was to move all the building materials out of the way. Oh, another cool thing I wanted to mention before I get started. Also, something else on this one, it has the gun here and you can have it flow adjusted right here. And you could store this stuff on the gun for 30 days. So if I don't use all of this, it's not the end of the world. Whereas with the Stanley kit, it seemed like once I stopped, I had to clean the gun and get it ready or everything is gonna freeze up on me. So I like that for sure. Let's put this thing on, see what happens. All right, here we go. So first things first, I'm gonna do some test fires just to make sure it's all set. Whoa, yeah, that'll spray. So, and if I shut it all the way, they say, that goes into storage mode, and yeah, I can't pull the trigger anymore, so that's nice. And you can control how much. Oh yeah. Okay, I like it. I like it for sure. Let's do this. I'm no professional, but for me, I'm just trying to get the foam as deep into the cracks as possible. So the first thing I did was push the gun tip as far in as it would go and then let it rip. All right, I just laid the first bead and I gotta tell you, super pleased with the Right Stuff. This freaking long nose that it has on it, initially I wasn't sure if I'd like that, but it makes it so easy to get into basically where I need to put the foam and spray it in there. It is unbelievable. I realize I may be over applying this in some areas, but I really want a good seal. As you can see from some of these clips, the foam continues to expand as it hardens, so I'm hoping it's expanding into the wall as much as it is out of the wall. Come to think of it, if I were to block these gaps in after having filled them with foam, all this expansion would be actually pushing into the wall and filling up the cavity completely. Too bad I'm not ready to drywall this part yet. On this part, it may look like I'm really packing this full, but in actuality, this is where I'm running out of product in this first can, so I'm holding it in place and trying to get as much foam as possible into that crevice. All right, first can down, I did 2.5 windows. So I'm probably gonna need another one of these, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I will say that I probably could get a little better coverage if I wasn't so darn set on filling as much of the crevices behind the window as I possibly could. But I'm pretty set on filling all the crevices up. Again, bugs, wind, noise, stuff of that nature. I don't want to have to deal with that. Just like the Stanley kit, this cleaner works freaking awesome. Now that I have to break out the second can, I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to, but I am kind of glad that I can keep this can on this gun for up to 30 days without shooting it, and it'll be all right. Now, that actually is a big plus to me. I will say this. I didn't think I'd have to use these. These are just little nozzles they give you as part of the gun. And honestly, this tip, as small as it is, actually is a little bit too big for some of the cracks. So I'm going to use this tip and see if I can shoot it in even further. A little less, obviously. It does knock down quite a bit, but might be a good way to get all the way in. All right, this little tip thing is pretty sweet. I can stick it in all the way and fill it in from the back. That's freaking awesome. This time lapse shows how much the foam continues to expand. Check it out. All right, here we are. I just finished spraying, and to be honest with you, take a look at this. As you can see, it is just still expanding a little bit. Hopefully I got some of that in the time lapse. You'll see it actually come out of the nooks and crannies. What I love about that is that if it's coming out, it's also going in deep, and that's really what I wanted. As you saw, I was trying my best to get the gun in as far as I possibly can and fill from the inside out. And as you can see, it just keeps coming. And I will say this, this stuff sets up much faster than the Stanley spray foam kit. I do like that aspect of it because I can basically, ooh, whoa, it's still, you know, it's still wet, but I didn't get it all over my hands. But yeah, look at this. I mean, it is just moving in. Look at that. That's crazy, super crazy. All right, and you can tell that I seriously dumped it into this one because look at that. It is fully popping out of there. Ain't no bugs coming through there. Ain't no breeze either. So yeah, loving it, loving it. So probably could have used a little more on this one, but to be honest, it's gonna be okay. I think this one's ready to trim. But anyway, I'm gonna let that set up overnight and then cut it with a serrated blade, and then it'll be ready to go as far as sheetrock and things of that nature. But in the meantime, time to get this door. That's crazy, man. Look at that gap. It's freaking huge. All right, so I don't want to just spray a bunch of spray foam in there because if you do, it might just come pouring out this side. I know you could trim it up. They say you could paint it and sand it and stuff of that nature. That worries me. So what I'm going to do is I got some cutoffs of the stuff that I had already done. I'm going to stuff this as far as I can in, and then I'm going to put spray foam on top of it. So that way it should be all right. It's not going to sneak up past it, at least hope not. Hopefully with this stuff in there, it'll just you know, come out the inside way, and I could just trim it when I put the drywall up, and we'll see how that works. Wish me luck. First I stuffed the massive opening from the inside. Then I stuffed it from the outside. I even used my car's ice scraper to help get it all packed in there. Stuffed a bit of foam in there. Still a little bit of light peeking through, but for the most part, I think that'll do. I think I'll be able to put some foam in there and fill that up. let's give it a shot. The reason why I'm using window and door is because it has a low expansion foam, so it's not going to put pressure on the frames of your stuff to push it out and make it not shut. Like on windows, if I fill that up and it really expands, this little hole there, if that really expands, it can make it really hard to open and shut that window because it's just pressing on it on both sides. Definitely don't want that, so I'm gonna be using this window and door stuff up there. See what happens. And with that, I started layering the spray foam in. Here's a hyperspeed time lapse of the foam expanding after spray. Well, went ahead and let that dry overnight. As you can see, it's plenty hard. And as you can see, it pretty much filled out, and then just a couple of places, man, just kind of took a weird turn. I'll be honest, I was gonna draw little faces on them, but I'm just gonna cut them off. But yeah, you can see it. I'll be able to run the drywall right down, and that makes a nice barrier for any wind coming through that crack. To cut this stuff, all you need is a bread knife. I know I thought it would be fine just to have a X-Acto knife, but in reality, bread knives or serrated blades do much better. All right, there you go. You can see this right here. I filled that in with the window and door. Here, let's go to the outside and show you. Yeah. That used to be a big old gap that would let in a lot of air and light, but yeah, no more at all. Love it. I love it. All right. Well, that's all I have for this video, guys. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I will say I apologize for the time shifts in these videos. I'm working on things as I have time, and when I'm by myself, I could do things like installation, but when I have help, I do heavier things like the drywall, and that's why you see some of these things not finished and I'm moving on to something else, because while I have the help and another pair of hands, I use them. That actually is the end of my spray foam videos. I think I pretty much covered all I want to cover, and for the most part, anything that I haven't done yet, I'm just gonna do off camera. It's all the same process, so you're not missing very much. But I did want to share my experiences with these products, just in case you're going through something similar or you're thinking about doing something similar. The stuff is actually quite easy to use. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead, leave a like and subscribe and a comment down in the comments section, and I'll see you on the next one. But until then, I'm Damien. This is the Binder Builder. Be good, do good. Thanks for watching.